Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So today's topic, I have a DoorDash story for you. Very frustrating. So, as many of you know, my wife and I started doing DoorDash so we could do it together, part-time, and deliver food. So, we've only done it for a couple of weeks now, and our first 45 deliveries or whatever was perfect, as always. Your food gets delivered, and DoorDash has several different things, like they have no contact. Like, a lot of people don't want any contact at all with the drivers. It'll say leave at the doorstep. Then in the DoorDash app, some of you may or may not know this, there is a button that says take a photo. Okay, take a photo. And they want no contact. Leave it at the door, leave it at the door, leave it at the door. No contact. Okay. Some people say in there, put it inside the porch. Some people will say, leave it on the ground, whatever. And all the bags are sealed from the restaurants that we go to. Normally they seal them. They've got a big tag that they're sealed with. So everything is safe. I just never knew that. I thought, and some people, please hand it to the recipient. So you ring the doorbell and give them their pizza or give them their food. So last week? Today is Friday, September 29th. I want to say this was last week. Or it was Saturday, last Saturday. My wife and I had some free time and we were out, So anyway, we were out dashing, as it's called, doing this, doing that. And one of our pickups was to a Chinese restaurant. So we go to this Chinese restaurant, put it in they gave us a insulated DoorDash bag. We bring it out, put it in, sealed it in that so it'll keep it warm, even though our delivery was, a mile away, something like that. So we go to this location and it says no contact with recipient. Leave, basically leave it at the door. So we go up, and it's a huge apartment complex. Well, I shouldn't say huge. I don't know if there's 6 or 8 apartments, 10, maybe there's 10. I don't know. So we went to deliver it, and you could get inside the main door into the vestibule, and then is a glass door that's sealed that goes to the apartments. So we then ring for the right one. There's a call box. You ring it, and there was no answer. But what it does is, in the app, as soon as you leave the food, like inside the vestibule, which there was no other place to go, and we've done that numerous times on apartments over the 45 deliveries, and that's fine. So we left it in the vestibule, rang the call for the unit, the call box number, rang it, no answer. And then there's a take a photograph that you left it. So you leave a room and left it, took a picture, snapped it, completed the delivery, went on about our way, made more deliveries, went home. About an hour later, after we went off duty, we got notified by DoorDash. The recipient never received their food. I'm like, what? So anyway, I'm thinking, well, first of all, DoorDash has the photograph that we took, where we left it in the vestibule, right next to the glass door that goes up to the apartments. And so then they asked me some questions because I appealed that. I'm like, well, wait a minute. First of all, everything goes against the driver. Horrible rating. They gave us a 1, the person that supposedly didn't get their food. And that shoots your rating down terrible. So it's like, okay, here's what I did. We went up, rang the call box. We got into the vestibule, but we can't get up to the apartments. So we rang the call box for that apartment. And then we left it in the vestibule, which we've done numerous times. And here's a photograph. You've got it on file. Well, they said, well, thanks for your appeal. We'll look into it. Well, the next day, they took away that delivery from us. And also, I mean, I got paid for my deliveries, but they took it away on there. You can look at your total amount of deliveries and what you've done and what you haven't done. They took away that delivery, gave us one less delivery, and left the rating of a number 1 from that person that supposedly didn't get their food in our rating. Well, in that rating, that dumped my rating down to like a 4. Everybody else had scored us at a 5. That one rating dumped us down to like a 4.43 total rating in our scores. So anything under 4.5, it kind of puts you on double top secret probation. Well, you have to schedule your time to go out and DoorDash. You have to only take an hour of availability here, an hour of availability there. And if you schedule it in advance, they're booked up. A lot of times it's booked up, and we wanted to go. We used to be able to do what was called Dash Now. We had such a good rating. Everything was fine. And one person not saying they didn't get their food kind of puts things in a troubled spot. So we weren't real happy with that. And there's really no other appeal, so to speak, with DoorDash. I mean, you tell them what you did, you tell them where you left everything, you tell them what you did. You know, I mean, hindsight being 2020, yeah, of course you could look at it that maybe you would go into the app and try to call the recipient to tell them, hey, we left it in the vestibule, but they wanted no contact. They're one of those no contact, go away from me human beings. So we did the best we could. I still think we were 100% in the right. I don't know if they got their Chinese food or not, but it was not out on the front porch. It was not out in the street. It was not at a house where some people say, just leave it on the front door, leave it out on the sidewalk, leave it. I mean, so, you know, we're kind of frustrated with that. And so now, and not everybody has to rate you on DoorDash. So we had 6 people who, out of our 45 deliveries, 6 people had given us perfect scores. They're like, absolutely. And there were no other scores given to us. So we went from 6 perfect scores to this one person who scored us a 1, who, again, I'm not saying they wanted free food, but it was inside of a building. Either one of your neighbors ate good Chinese or you got your food. Okay? Let's do the math on this, okay? So, you don't have to be a detective to figure out that there are some people who, you know, I don't want to go down that road. Anyway, I wanted to rant a little bit to tell you. And so now my wife and I are at a point where, you know, you're on double top secret probation with DoorDash. You're working your tail off to try to get back into good graces with them because of one person. So, you know, we'll get there. It'll be fine. But we were having so much fun and really enjoying ourselves, and then one person just ruins it. So anyway, done with my rant. I just wanted to get this out there and see if any other DoorDash people have had the same issues. It seems to me like DoorDash is like, well, you know, the customer is always right, and they said they didn't get all that Chinese food, and they said, and then so everything goes against you. You're the driver who's using his personal car on his personal time and using his personal electricity in his car, in his electric car, to deliver and do the best that you can do. So right now I'm not happy. It puts a little dark spot on DoorDash, and that's a shame, because for people who are doing everything they can, and it really is a shot. You know, I feel like integrity is a big thing, and I'm very frustrated right now. So we'll see where it goes. My wife and I will still try to get back in good graces, but all it takes is one individual to mess things up. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. I appreciate it. And everybody else who drives, if you're an Uber driver or DoorDash or whatever, please be safe out there.